Today's lesson is called H2O. We will be looking at water in detail. By the end of this lesson, we will have looked at a third world country, the three main uses of water, the water cycle, saving water, wasting water, and you will create your very own poster. In today's lesson, you will need some paper or an exercise book, a pen or a pencil, some coloured pencils or felt tips, and your eco-warrior brains. Pause the video, collect your materials, and come right back. Hello there, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Walsh, but for this unit only, I am Fiona, the Explorer. I'm going to be taking you on a journey around the world, and we are going to be exploring different countries. Are you ready for that? I don't just dress like this normally, you know. I am really an explorer. Come with me, get your eco-warrior brains on, and let's do this. So where are we going? Let's take a look. It's in the continent Africa. Anybody guess? That's right, it's Ethiopia. Let's go. There are a few facts about Ethiopia. It's a very, very hot, dry country. It has the worst water drought. The water sources have all dried up. Lack of water has led to food shortages, and hygiene and sanitation is a massive issue. And chronic poverty is also a big issue. That means that people are poor. This is Malik. Malik has a story, and I'm going to read his story out to you. As I make my 4-mile journey to the stream to collect water for my family, I think about the showers you will have taken this morning. As I approach the stream, I wonder if I have the energy to make the 4-mile journey back, carrying my buckets full of water. I'd love to go to the park and play with my friends and family on a hot summer's day, and to come home and reach for the tap to get a cold, clean drink of water. I wonder if you ever think of someone like me whilst you brush your teeth with fresh, clean water. We live very different lives, you and me. Water is a privilege, a gift. Please do not waste it. Well, that was a sad story, wasn't it, children? What I would like you to do is take a moment and think about your thoughts on that story. One of my thoughts is, I mustn't take water for granted. Pause the video and write your thoughts now. How did you get on? I thought I'd share my thoughts with you. Here, take a look. I must not take water for granted. Water is a privilege. I feel sorry for people who have to walk miles to collect water, and I want to make a difference. Do you want to make a difference? Good. Have you ever wondered where water comes from? Because it doesn't just come from the tap when we turn it on. We're going to look in detail at the water cycle. Did you know that all the water on Earth is all the water that has ever been on Earth? So there's no more and no less. And once you understand the water cycle, you'll know exactly why. So the first stage of the water cycle is called precipitation. Can you say that? Yeah, precipitation. And this basically means the water that comes from the clouds. Once the water has come down from the clouds, it hits the floor. And this stage is called percolation. And that means that it goes running through the ground. You say it. Percolation. Well done. Now this stage of the water cycle is called evaporation. You say evaporation? Fabulous. Now, when the water is on the ground and the sun comes out, it evaporates all the water, so it goes back up into the sky. How crazy is that? The same process happens with the water on the trees and the leaves, but this isn't called evaporation. This is called transpiration. You say it? Transpiration. Well done. And then we've got condensation. And did you know the clouds are a great big mass of condensation all bundled together? You say it? Condensation. Well done. Big word. And here is the whole water cycle together. Your task is to look at the words down the side and put them in the correct place. So we have transpiration, precipitation, condensation, evaporation, and percolation. Have a go. How did you get on? Here is the whole water cycle. So the rain comes down, and that's called precipitation. It goes through the ground, that's called percolation. It is evaporated back up into the sky, or it is soaked up from the trees and leaves through transpiration. And then all that vapour goes back into the sky to form clouds, which are condensation. And the whole cycle starts all over again. So now we're going to look at the three main uses of water. We've got domestic, industry, and agriculture. What I would like you to do is look at those pictures and I want you to decide what you think each of those three words mean. Okay, who's going to have a go at domestic? Yeah, domestic means around the home. What about industry? Yeah, places of work like a factory. And agriculture. This is easy. I think the picture gives it away. What does agriculture mean? Yes, farming. Well done. I want you to pause the video and I would like you to copy my table down. Okay, now there is a bank of words here. And what I would like you to do is use these words and you pop them into each box. So for example, growing vegetables. If you think that is for domestic use of water, for use in the industry or in the farming industry, then you need to pop it in that box. So we've got growing vegetables, washing pets, transport, growing crops, manufacturing, which means making products to sell, brushing your teeth, raising livestock, and livestock is animals on a farm, making paper, drinking, bathing, fertilisation, which is used, water is used to fertilise the crops on a farm, the plants on a farm, or chemical products, which again is used in factories. You need to choose which box you're going to put yours in. Pause the video whilst you do this. How did you get on? So in the domestic box, you should have drinking, washing pets, bathing or brushing your teeth. In the industry box, you should have making paper, transport, manufacturing and chemical products, because all those things use water in the industry. In the agriculture box, you should have growing vegetables, growing crops, raising livestock and fertilisation. Did you do okay? Fabulous. Did you know in the UK every single day 3 billion litres of water is wasted? That's enough to make 15 billion cups of tea and enough to hydrate the entire population of Africa. That means that they wouldn't be thirsty. Here are my top tips. Turning the tap off in between brushing my teeth. Skip rinsing the plates before washing them up. Shower instead of having a bath. Taking shorter showers, so don't be 25 minutes, only be 10 minutes. And then putting a bottle of water in my fridge to make sure I have cold water on hand. Pause the video and make your own top tips. Now it's your turn. It's Eco Warrior time. You're going to create your very own poster, and I want you to put these posters around your house so that everybody you live with will be reminded to save water on a daily basis. But first of all, let's think of some titles together. My first title is Fill a jug of water and pop it in the fridge. Can you think of any? Yeah, that's a good one. Turn the tap off in between brushing your teeth. Any more? Take shorter showers. That was one of my top tips. Any more? Fill the bath halfway. That is a brilliant one. So if you're going to have a bath, make sure you don't fill the water up to the top. Make sure you only fill it halfway. Still does the same job. Pause the video and get your piece of paper and write your title in your neatest handwriting, or you can use bubble writing and write it on your page now, but pause the video whilst you do that. So now you have your title, it's time for you to draw your image. You can use mine for inspiration. I decided to draw a tap and a water droplet, and I decided to draw a bottle to remind everybody to put water in the fridge. And I also did a piggy bank. Instead of saving money, I did water droplets, so it reminds everybody to save water. Pause the video and draw your picture now. Oh, you're back. How did you get on? Have you got some fabulous looking posters? I decided to do my own whilst you was away. Do you like it? Oh, thanks. What you can do now, children, is you can do your own independent poster. You can choose any title that you like. You can choose what we've already discussed, or you can make one up. It's entirely up to you. Here is your success criteria. Step 1, add your title. You can use bubble writing or your neatest handwriting. Step 2, don't forget to draw your image. Decide on what message you want to give out. Do you want to save water, or do you want to encourage somebody to put a water bottle in the fridge so that you can go to that to prevent running the tap for too long? Don't forget to check your spelling and grammar. And then step 3, display your poster. Put it wherever you need to in your house. But most of all, have fun. I can't wait to see what posters you've created. If you'd like to, please ask your parent or carer to share your work on Instagram, Facebook or Twitter, tagging @Oak National and #LearnWithOak. See you soon!